my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today we are going to be doing some Marvelathon recommendations. So I am going to give you some recommendations for both sets of prompts, Team OG and Team New Gen, and just going to give you an idea of what you can choose. But I will say this again, you can stretch the prompts as much as you want. I mean, look at Becca's video and you'll see how much she's stretched the wood prompt. But if you think it fits, it fits. The only prompt, and with the prompts you can stack them up as much as you want. The only prompt you can't stack up at all is your team prompt, which is a backlist book or a newly acquired book. We're starting off with the general prompts because I don't really need to explain backlist and newly acquired to you, do I? So, there we go. So, dark book. I've gone for if this gets out. This is one of the options, and this is if you want a dark cover, but you don't want to go for like a fantasy. There's also, if you've got the Illumicrate versions of Love on the Brain or the Love Hypothesis, or Written in the Stars, they're all got dark covers. This is an option for a contemporary dark cover. If you're looking for more dark themes, I generally read fantasies that have dark themes. Fantasies a lot of the time also have dark covers, so you could go with that. But if we're going to go with dark themes, I'm going to always go to KJ Sutton and Fortuna Swan. This is one of the books that has just darkness. It's just a dark book, and it's a dark series. So if you're looking more along the themes side of things, this is a fantasy romance that has dark themes. A dark cover if you just want standard fantasy. I mean, am I going to go recommendation video without mentioning Ryan Cahill? No. D.W. Ross has a series that has like dark blue on the cover of the first book. It has black and dark red on the cover of the second book, The Darkest Dusk, so that's an option for dark book. So your Black Widow prompt, you can pick many different genres. So stick with Team OG and you'll get loads of points for it. Yeah. Theme wise as well, Robin Hobb. I wouldn't say these are like the most dark themes, but there's a lot of hard topics addressed in this series, so you could push it to say that this is dark as well. That's an option. It's an option. So next up we have a book with opposites, and again I'm going to start with a contemporary. All the Feels. Alex and Lauren are opposites. They are so cute. Highly recommend. So if you're going to go for a contemporary side of things, then this is an option. If you want to go for a manga, Blue Exorcist is an option. Rin Nakamura and his brother, relationship, strong family themes if you want to go for the Hawkeye prompt. But if you want to go for the Hulk prompt with the opposites, you can read these because they are twin brothers, but they just could not be more different. They are just so... It's so good as well. It's amazing. You're going to go for fantasy, it could be, if you're going for like a YA fantasy, it could be Twin Crowns, where the sisters from opposite ends of the, like, one lives in the woods, one lives in a castle, that way. Contemporaries, Grumpy Sunshine trope, you know, that kind of thing. Those were just a couple of examples I could give you off the top of my head when I was looking at my shelves. Next up, family themes. Again, Blue Exorcist could work for this. I'm not going to get it down because it's up there and I forgot to get it, but I couldn't not mention A Dark Shade of Magic. This has really strong family themes and it is such a good series. I highly recommend that you pick it up. But also one that I haven't really mentioned much since reading it, and me and Becca both really enjoyed this, but this is Fire with Fire by Destiny Soria. This is about these two sisters. This could go for strong family themes and opposites, because once again these are very opposite in how they approach their training and their personality in general, so this could go for both of them. and it was really, really good read. Highly recommend. And it's a standalone as well. Okay, so the next prompt is transformation, and that's Captain America. Once again, you could pick this because Rin goes through a transformation on a regular basis. And I'm not going to say more than that, but if you know, you know. There's also Fullmetal Alchemist, because the main characters at the beginning of this also go through a physical transformation. And yeah, again, you need to read it and watch it. If you're looking more of like just I say standard transformation, so Kel ages throughout this series, so that's a transformation. He also kind of grows as a person. I say kinda because it is debatable at times, but this could be an option for transformation. Just saying. And then unexpected, this is the Iron Man prompt, and I have picked Spy Family for this one. If you're going to go for a manga, this whole series, I went into it expecting one thing and it totally hit me out of left field. And the spy, who is a loner and doesn't have any family, does something very unexpected by getting himself a family in order to fulfill a mission that has been given. So that is unexpected, and it's so good. And yes, it's a stretch, but it's my readathon. Stretch those prompts and read this manga. And obviously I can't give a recommendation for a book in a video without mentioning at some point Legends of Martyrs by Travis Baldree. We've just got the notification that from November 3rd the second book will be out, the prequel. So excited. I'm not okay. Yeah, so Viv is an adventuring orc who does something very unexpected for an orc. Decides to hang up her adventuring hat and open a coffee shop. Like, would you expect that from an orc? No. So those are the Team OG prompts. I'm just going to quickly run through some options for your new gen prompts to give you some idea of what you can pick. So alternate reality can be anything. Anything at all. But one thing that I would like to bring to your attention again, that I haven't spoken about in a while, is Defy the Night. Defend the Dawn is already out. I don't have my hands on the hardcover of that yet, but I really want it. It's stressing me out, but Defend the Dawn is so good. It's a fantasy, so it's set in an alternate reality. Brilliant. Brilliant. Highly recommend. If you're going to go for, I don't know, contemporary set in an alternate reality. I can't think of any off the top of my head. But any fantasy would work. Any manga, because it's set in a world where magic exists, which is not real. So you could do that. I think that would be any and all recommendations. Anything fantasy, anything sci-fi. Scythe, if you're going to go for a sci-fi, because it's set in a world where death no longer exists, natural death. So that could be one. Sorry if you've moved. Battery died. The alternate reality was the Scarlet Witch prompt. The next prompt is Thena, and that's a book with a battle. Literally any fantasy book has some kind of battle in it. If you're looking for more of a horror thrillery type book, you can think of someone who goes through like battling with demons, or like psychological thrillers where they're battling psychological demons or paranormal. If you're going to go for a contemporary, anyone that goes through like a mental health battle. So this could also fit for the mental health prompt, but take a hint, Danny Brown. I think I get these mixed up very frequently. I think, and it's been a while since I've read them, so I think Danny's the one that has the rep for anxiety. There's autism rep in book 3, and fibromyalgia, physical disability rep, in book 1. I think that's how it works in this companion series. If I'm wrong, please correct me. Mental health rep could be any kind of mental health issue. All the feels. Alex, I'm not going to tell you what mental health struggles Alex has, but it's in the book. Again, just mention this. There's rep there. Oh, if you're going to go for a fantasy and you want some mental health rep with also dark themes and also set in an alternate reality, sort of Kaigen is a great option for this. Yes, it's chunky, but it is available on audio as well, I think. I read this on audio. The main character, Misaki, goes through a lot in this, and the struggle is real. And one of the mental health struggles that she goes through is trying to deal with loss as well, so it's quite a dark book, but I highly recommend. Then have Groot, a book with wood or trees on the cover. Now, this could be anything. You'll probably look at quite a few different contemporary novels where there's like trees, or thriller and horrors. I've seen Becca mention a couple of like thrillers on hers that have like trees on the cover. But once again, I am going to mention Legends and Lattice because there's wood everywhere. Look in the background. There's a counter. There's wood. And if you get the standard hardback or paperback, this is like a chalkboard, and generally the frames on the chalkboard are made from wood. And this is supposed to represent wood in the frame of a chalkboard. Have I convinced you yet to pick up Legends on Lattes? Have I? Do it. Okay, finally, the prompt for Ant-Man is a funny book. So, the likelihood is you're probably going to get very few standard fantasies that are funny. But sci-fi option, The Martian, very funny, extremely funny. When we're looking at, you can see it up there, I can't get it down, but Nevernight is funny in parts, and yes, it's also a dark book, so you could use it for multiple prompts, but it's funny. Another one, if you're going down the fantasy route, Traitor's Blade by Sebastian Picasso. This is the only one that I've read from the series, but I love the also found family vibe. This could go for strong family themes. Found family, great. This could fit quite a few prompts. I would highly recommend this series. The found family between the three greatcoats is great, and also the banter between the characters is really funny, and I enjoy it so much. So I would highly recommend that. We've got The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. This, I laughed out loud at quite a few bits of this. It's way funnier than I expected it to be, and I would 100% reread this one. It's so good. Would highly recommend. And again, if you haven't read this already, what are you doing with your life? The main characters also do something so unexpected, but I'm saying this, don't read the synopsis. I don't really think the synopsis gives much away, in the way of, but what happens in this was unexpected for the reader. So you could see it like that, is that although the characters know exactly what they're doing, or one of the characters knows exactly what they're doing, as a reader it's something you don't expect, so you could look at it that way. Also, it's very funny. I'm going to have another excuse to throw this at you. Please read it. So yeah, that's everything, I think. There are all the prompts and my general recommendations for you all. If you do like me and you would like to see more from me, please like, comment, subscribe to all that good stuff. And if you are joining the Marvelathon, please tag me in your TBRs, on Instagram, and if you just post pictures on Instagram or Twitter, or if you've got a TBR video, please tag me. I want to see what you're reading. I want to see what team that you're in. OG, obviously. I hope to see loads of people on the live shows that we're doing and taking part in the watch-alongs that we're going to be doing. There will be a full schedule going out in the next couple of days once I put it together properly. But thank you very much for joining. If you don't have anything to say but you want to let me know you're here, the black heart is much appreciated. And until next time, peace out.
Every time I fall in love, it seems to be at the wrong time.